Brother Ambi.
Yeah.
I just feel it's important since we are dealing with African issues to recognize the situation in Malawi, which is quite bad with Cyclone Fred. Infrastructure has been destroyed extensively, houses destroyed, and it's a devastating situation here. So as we proceed, we must just bear Malawi in our minds and consider them and offer prayers for Malawi. The situation is rather dire in Malawi as it stands. Hello?
Yeah. Did you want to say something? Go ahead, sorry.
No, I was just saying, wow, Brother Elad, for some reason, I don't know which cave I'm under. I didn't follow the news today. My mind has been focused on all the work that we are doing in some parts, and I didn't follow the news today. It's just after, when you started speaking, I've just gone onto my news links, and I can see what is going on there. I can even see their videos and all of that. I'm just checking on the news feed. Well, to all our brothers in Malawi, and Freddie came from Mozambique. He was also going through that belt there. Our continent has not been a continent that is plagued with this kind of disasters as much as other parts of the world. But this is an indication that climate change is a reality. As I'm talking, I'm just trying to see the news feed. The long-lasting cyclone that is refusing to dissipate has torn through Malawi, Mozambique, killing around 200 people, leaving many others injured or missing. Wow. So really, our prayers are with our brothers and sisters in Malawi. Please, if anybody could reach, it's Maurice Tembo in the room. So anyone can reach out to Maurice to.
He is struggling to connect.
To our His Excellency. What's his name again? My mind is really, really now racing, and I'm almost forgetting our people in Malawi. So please, guys, if Maurice is not in the meeting, somebody should try and reach out to him. I'm just trying to check on the list. Oh, I see Maurice is here, but it looks as if his audio is not connected. He could have just given us a few minutes of.
He seems to be struggling to connect, actually. He has been trying.
Okay. So, we will get through to him. We'll get through to him so he can just share with us, an on-the-ground situational report. So good evening to everyone, and welcome to this edition of the Daily Briefing. I want to, just to thank every one of you for the work that's going on in different parts. And as we get into the session of today, I want to also greet and salute all the leaders who are in the house with us today from different parts of the world. And I understand yesterday I had challenges connecting. I understand Dr. Linus at some point also got cut off. But these are some of our realities, with the present technology. We can just keep trying and aspiring to a day when all these elements, all these situations will be a thing of the past. But we soldier on, we keep moving one day at a time. and hopefully we would get to a place that is a lot more comfortable than where we are at the moment. Yeah, so good evening, Dr. Linus.
Good evening, Brother Mbi. Good evening to everybody. Good evening to the leadership team. Yes, apologies, I lost my voice in the middle of the session yesterday. But as always, Sister Pauline, Sister Lumba, Brother Patrick, they did an excellent job, fantastic job. Even though I was listening all the way through, I couldn't say a thing. Or when, I could not be heard. Apologies for that. Good evening and welcome. Can you hear me, Brother Mbi? You can hear me all right?
Yes, we can hear you, sir. We can hear you all right, sir.
So it's just a quick word of welcome. Without much further ado, I'll give it back to Brother Mbi. Thank you.
Brother Mbi is on mute. I think he is still trying to get together what he has heard.
Sorry, I was just reading. I was just reading on the other side, and I forgot my this thing. I put it on mute. So yeah, so really, I was talking about Ambassador Ishmael. So please reach out to him, reach out to Brother Morris, and let's try and get a situational report from Malawi and what is happening, and extend our support to them. And when we are talking Malawi, Mozambique, I'm now thinking it could end up in Zimbabwe and all this other, and potentially Zambia, because it's in the same line. We hope, this is the last of it. It doesn't extend to another country. So yes, I am not sure, since I wasn't here yesterday, I'm not sure whether there were some people that we left hanging without taking their questions that we would need to deal with today. And, failing which, Dr. Linus?
Yes, Brother Mbi, yes.
Yes, so today, maybe before I come to you, Sister Pauline, is there anybody that we left hanging from yesterday?
No, everyone was answered, and we left a clear deck.
Okay. So, Dr. Linus, I think that, I'm not sure whether there's anything else that you have planned on your side. I would like us to start conscientizing our members on the structures that we are going to put in place on account for agents, so that we can get the efficiency that we need, and we can get the agents to work in a smooth fashion without any interruptions and any and for us to be able to see the growth in numbers that we have planned for this year. I don't know whether that's in order. What do you think about that?
That's a good idea. Let's do that. I know Sister Pauline also wanted to go through the mobile app, because obviously she has done a fantastic job going through how to use certain features of the platform, but that was done primarily on a PC, And we are conscious of the fact that over 90% of our members actually access services from a mobile phone. And Sister Pauline wanted to take the opportunity to go through a few things using her mobile phone. That's why we're asking right from the start whether she's dialing in from a mobile phone so she can share her mobile phone screen. But I think we can cover both. So why don't you get started? And then perhaps Sister Pauline can follow. And depending on how far we go, we can carry on again tomorrow and do another session.
Then I think we focus on the mobile element for today, because that's a very, very key component of this next phase. So when we are coming in tomorrow and possibly Thursday, we'll be showing how the agent would work off the PC and off the mobile phone.
Okay, in that case, that makes sense. That makes sense. Let's do that.
Yeah. So Sister Pauline, you have the floor.
Dangerous.
we know that we are going into dangerous territory right now.
I may have to call on the participants to assist me here.
Yeah, put your disclaimer out there as you go.
Definitely. So what do I have to do? Share my screen, right?
Yes, Sister Pauline, I think you should be comforted by the fact that over 90% of our members use the mobile phone, and many of them would be already quite familiar with their own navigation experience. And so I've also just dialed in from a mobile phone. So if I also need to share my screen, please just let me know. I can do that. And I'm sure between us and the rest of the leadership team and the members who are here today, we should have quite a good session. Thank you very much.
Hi, greetings to everyone. Can everyone see my screen? Hello?
I'm not seeing it yet.
Not yet.
I think I you know something, I may have to abort this because I'm a total novice on this thing. And I think because I don't know how to do it via the mobile phone. I'm going to be absolutely honest. I clicked the word share.
Yes.
Okay. And then I came up with OneDrive, Microsoft, Google Drive, Box, Photos, Documents, Bookmark, Screen, Camera, and
Screen. That's what you want. You want screen.
Right. Yes, always. Right. So I press screen. Yeah.
Yes, please.
And then it says start now. So I start now. And
yes,
then
that's it.
And it's coming up with all kinds of things here. So I am not sure what I should be pressing on if I'm good, because you're saying that I've just pressed shared screen and you're saying you can't see my screen. So
no, but that's because you haven't started sharing yet. So just click on start now. And what else does it say?
It's just coming up with various things like find my phone, Facebook, device, clock,
screen. Just maybe select screen. If you have the option there for the screen, just select entire screen. Or if you want to pick the browser on which you are running the app, the Connect app, then you can choose that.
I think it's better, Dr. Linus, I'm not comfortable about what I'm pressing here. So I think it's better if you share your screen, if I'm going to be honest with you.
Okay, let me try.
Quick, I've got this word here, quick share, but it's on, but it doesn't seem to be working. So I'm not sure.
Okay, I have pressed the share, and that's what I'm seeing. It looks like everyone can already see my.
I've got no idea. Something's happened here. Who?
We can see your screen, Sister.
We can see your screen.
You've wrestled Dr. Linus off the screen.
I've got no idea. I got no idea what button I pressed there. Okay, I saw something that come up here. Right. So now that is not what I want.
So just now that you're sharing your screen, Sister Pauline, just go ahead and use your mobile phone in the normal way that you will use it, and we will be seeing it.
Okay, cool. I'm good. All right. So, hello everyone. Thank you for your patience. You can see how good I am at this. So therefore, let's have a look and see if I've actually saved it. No, I haven't. Okay, so that's wonderful. So in here, I mean, those who use a mobile phone are probably a lot more proficient at this. So in my search engine,
Looks like we've lost Sister Pauline. Are you still there?
We lost.
Please just be patient.
We lost her. She's not in the list. I think it's network related issues.
Yeah.
All right. Let's give her a moment to come back, please. Let's be patient.
Yeah, it's network related.
Oh, I can see her. She's back. But she's mute. Sister Pauline, I can see you, but you're on mute.
okay, I'm off mute now. Listen, I'm going to get to grips with this. It's not going to be me. It's a machine. Right. So
we can hear you.
Right. So share screen. Share screen. Right. You said go to screen, share screen, start now. Right. Can everyone see my screen?
There you go.
Yes.
Right.
You are now very proficient.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I don't know if this is such a good idea, but hey, sometimes you just have to get chucked in the deep end. Yeah. So the first thing you do is log into Connect. So you log into Connect. I don't have the fastest system here, but we're gonna do this. Okay. I put in my username and my password, and I log in. As you can see, I am in, but my avatar is not showing. This always comes up, but I don't know what that's about, and I'm not going to get involved in that, so I'm going to get rid of that. Okay, so as you can see, my avatar is not showing, and I have 3 lines on the right hand side of my screen. If you press that, it will bring you the drop down menu. Okay, just press into any of the tabs. We'll press onto tickets. It doesn't really matter. Press onto any one of those. And as you can see, it's giving me a message, welcome back 12316, which is my handle. Okay. Now, I've been asked a lot of questions as to how do I update my profile? Okay. In this particular case, it actually says visit profile. Okay. So I visit my profile, click on it. Right, and if you scroll down, yeah, you will come to these things here. Okay. So this is basically what's on Connect. All right. So if I click here, and I can click on now profile, the word profile. It feels weird using a mobile phone. It really does. But it's all a learning curve. Okay, so if I click on profile and I cursor down, you will see the menus. It's called view, edit, profile photos, and cover photos. Now, the first one you come to is view. Okay, so the view is just the basic, your first name, your last name, and your username. Okay, or pet name if you want to call it that. Okay, so to actually update and to edit your profile, you click on the word edit, which is the next tab next to it. Okay, bear with me a second, it's going through. And as you can see, you have various tabs. You have a basic tab, an email tab, a connect tab, account tab, transact tab, and a person tab. Okay, so the basic tab is literally what you see down here. Your first name.
Sister Pauline.
Yes, sir.
Yes. I am just thinking that maybe let's take one step back.
How do I?
No, not one step. One step back in terms of process, right?
Okay.
So the idea is everyone who uses the application, uses the system on the phone, should, when they come onto their phone to access the platform for the first time, they should rather just download the application on their phone, so that they are not getting the web experience on their mobile phone. So if they will start getting the mobile experience rather than the web experience. How do we do that? And that's the step back. I was saying maybe let's do that, because Dr. Linus and I have showed that a number of times. But since we are going through this, my suggestion is let's start from there, so that because normally you do not use your mobile phone for your own activities. So
no.
So you don't. I saw that you don't also have the application on your phone.
No.
So for anyone, so a lot of people will be accessing it in the same way you are accessing. Okay. But what we are saying is that anyone who wants to access this, who is accessing the system on their mobile phone, that is 96 point something % of our community. What they should do is once they go onto the browser, like went and got to connect, normally there should be a pop-up. I'm sure you've blocked pop-ups on your phone. That's why it's not coming up. There should be a pop-up from the bottom.
Yeah, let's go to the bottom. Let's go to the bottom and see what's at the bottom.
No, even if you do not take your screen to the bottom, it would come up to the top. It will show wherever your screen is. But because it's not coming up, because normally it would ask you, do you want to install this application?
Okay.
But failing which, this is what everyone who is using the mobile phone should do.
So do you want me to go to the App Store? Do you want me to go to App Store?
No, you don't go to the App Store. We are not using the application we have on the phone now. I mean, for the platform now, is no longer on Android or on iStore. Okay, it's actually what we call a PWA, which is a progressive web app, which means that it is the same experience you would get on a computer that you get on your phone, and every update that happens on the back end, you get it instantly. It's not like before where you have an application. Once you've put in information on the application, every time you update the platform, you need to go to the App Store or to Play Store to update it. So this is what should happen. Go to the top next to your browser line, far right.
The three dots.
3 dots. Yeah. You click on it. Then let's see. Scroll up. Let's see. I can't see.
Sister Pauline, it says open with Swiffen app, with Swiffen Connect. So it looks like you actually installed the app on your phone. That's why that pop-up is not coming up.
Yeah. The pop-up did not come. It means you have the application somewhere in your phone. But what you should do is come here, open with Swiffen Connect. Can you see it below translate?
So do you want me to do? Do you want me to press on it?
Open. Yeah. So before you press, anyway. Okay, you've already pressed.
That's the app I have on my phone.
Okay, normally It's showing a default app.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you see that your browser has disappeared?
Yeah.
Because you are now running on the application and not on the browser.
Okay.
So every time you need now to access, you go to that application, you click it, it opens like every other app on your phone.
Okay.
So, Sister Pauline, let's do the following. Just
Sure.
click on the home page and go to your phone. Let's look for that default app and delete it.
Yeah.
Just go back to your desktop or your
Right.
No.
I've got, this is my home page.
No,
Just go to the-
so get up, go back and exit connect.
That's I thought I had gone back. So how do I actually
you see the arrow. You see the arrow in the bottom
Yep.
right.
Uh-huh.
Bottom right. Click that to go out.
Bottom right or bottom left?
Bottom right of your phone.
Right, bottom right of my phone.
You don't have to scroll down. You don't have to scroll down. I mean on your phone.
Yeah,
you have your back.
Okay, I'm with you.
Back.
Yes.
On your phone, not the application. Yeah, just click and go and exit completely. Exit.
I'm trying to exit. Yes, I'm trying to get out.
You could also, Sister Pauline, you see those 3 vertical bars?
Yep. I'm just going to close
those.
I'm going to close the app.
Yeah, I'm going to click on close all.
Where's close all? No, but then that's going to close my Zoom.
Ah, true. Sorry.
So close the ones that have
close that.
Connect. Yes. Yeah.
Right, and I've opened that. Right.
Yes.
So I'm back with you.
No, go to your home screen of your phone.
Right. So I am going to go to 2 seconds. Everyone, thank you so much for your patience because I am learning here. There that are just as not as comfortable using their phone as myself. So get back to my normal. So here is my home screen. Okay.
Oh, wonderful. So you see where it says
the default app?
Yep.
Delete it. Just
delete that.
Press on it and hold it down and then delete it.
I'm uninstalling it, right?
Yes, correct.
Right, uninstalling. Okay, so I no longer have the app.
Okay.
Good.
Now go to your browser.
Participators, as you can see, I am like one of you that is in the crowd today. Don't know anything about mobile phones, so we are learning together. So where do you want me to go, sir?
Go to your browser, your Chrome browser, where you have Connect.
Well, I'm in my Chrome.
Yeah, and go to Connect.
Yeah, I've typed in Swift Connect.
Okay, let's watch. It's probably going to pop up from the bottom once you get in. If it doesn't, then we'll use the 3 dots on the top right.
Right, so let me type it in again. Connect.
That's it. Is that it? Yeah, there.
Yeah, that's it there. Right, so this is it. Okay.
Just give it a few seconds.
Right, it says there's Swift Connect app.
Install.
Install.
Show everyone before you install. Yeah, can you see? It popped up from the bottom.
Let me go back down. Okay, so that's the screen you would look at, and that's what it will come up. And as Brother Ambi said, at the bottom of the screen, you see Swift Connect app, because that is true. A lot of people have asked that question, Brother Ambi. Thank you.
Yeah, so when it pops up like that, it means you are using the web browser and not the app. So what you need to do is install the app so you can see that doing it this way is a lot easier than going to Play Store, going to iStore, going to the Huawei store or wherever, or whichever store there is.
So install.
Install. You click install.
It's installing the app.
Yeah.
So how do I know when it's finished?
I think it's done.
It's done?
It'll probably tell you that it's done.
Oh yeah, it's installed. There it is at the top. It says app installed.
Yeah.
So where do I go now?
You go to your home screen again.
You can close that browser.
Close this browser now. Yeah. And go to your home screen.
No. It will have put it somewhere. Just keep looking, Sister Pauline.
Just look.
There it is.
There it is.
There.
This one at the bottom.
It would be the one at the bottom, yes.
Yeah.
So click on that. We'll soon find out.
That looks completely different from. Okay. So now you see, you are no longer using your browser. You are on the app, and your experience will be different from somebody who is using just the browser link on a Chrome on their phone.
Okay.
So now you can continue.
The noticeable difference, of course, is that you don't have the URL bar on the top, because this is now like an app, like any other app on your phone. But the way that you use it is exactly the same as you'd use it online. That's the beauty of it.
So now I can log into Connect?
Absolutely.
Just carry on now as usual, Sister Pauline, yes.
So I think our bit is done, Dr. Linus.
I don't know about that. No. Oh no. I think I'm making a fool of myself here, but I don't mind getting it wrong. If it's know that it's going to edify someone out there. So I know there's others out there are feeling it just like me.
Sister Pauline, please stop. Just hold it there. You see, this might put people off.
Yeah.
When that equation comes up and you enter the answer, it brings you back to this screen which says the username and password are empty. All you have to do is just re-enter the username and password. That's it.
And it brings you back to this, and it will bring you back to this screen here.
Yeah.
Ignore this. That must be a security feature that they've got on here that doesn't involve me. So I know that I'm in Connect. I know I've logged on to Connect, okay? Yeah. If you want to know, there's a 3 bars on the top right-hand side. I'm sure everyone can see them. If you click on that, and just go into any tab. You can click on tickets if you like. And you will see that you've come up, okay? I think that's it. It's got here, visit profile. Now, I've been asked a couple of times this week, how do I update my profile? It's actually got here, visit profile. Now, as you can see, and I've got no picture in my profile. The reason why this has come up here, and going back to the lesson that Brother Patrick gave us yesterday, it's something that we can actually have a quicker look at today. But we're talking about our profile at this moment in time. So if we visit profile, okay, and we click on profile, the word profile. Give me my laptop any day. But it's comfortable. It's just what you're comfortable with. So sometimes you have to come out your comfort zone. Okay, so it's got the 4 tabs that you're familiar with seeing. Okay, the first name, the last name, and my username, as I mentioned before. Then if you need to edit your information, you click on the edit tab next to it here. Okay, and just wait for it to do what it's got to do. It should come up. Right, so if you scroll down, you will have various tabs in red, okay? You have various tabs in red. Okay, the first tab is the basic tab. It says it on the top, edit basic tab, edit basic data information. So we know it's the basic data here. Okay, first name, which you know is public, username, which is public, and your last name or family name, which is also public. Should you decide to change any of these, you can click on the tab if you've got the option to click on it, and you can say what you want to be shown, either public, all members, my connect, or only me. And you can close that. Make sure you save it after. Okay, then you go back up and you click on another tab, email data. And I think we've basically covered this, so a number of people will be familiar with this element. And then you would enter your email address here. Everyone knows mine, so I might as well just put it in. Oh. Right, so I've now put the information and my connection, I want them to see it, and I save that information. It's now saved. Then you go on to the next tab and you just answer. Behind each tab, there is information that they wish that you need to complete. Okay, right. That being said, one of the most important ones is your profile. Okay, it's important because it will affect your transacting. Okay, so please upload your photos. So I haven't done it on this one, so we're going to find out how I get on. So, right, so that's the information that each person will see. I choose a file, this time only. Let's go to my file because I don't want any, I'm just going to upload anything. Click on your gallery. I have no idea who these people are, so I am just going to do that one. I think allow. It should upload my photo. I'm going to upload this one here. Done. Right, so as you can see, if I put the screen up, you can see the picture at the bottom is identical to what the thing is at the top. Okay, now if I want to, I can open it, close it, but you can see at the bottom things are moving. So this is how you would upload your profile picture. Okay, so once you've got it to satisfactory where you can see everything that needs to be seen, oh, I've got no idea what I've just done then. Have I done something, Dr. Linus, that I shouldn't have done?
No, the area that you've that little square that you're moving about, you can just enlarge it to occupy the space you want.
Yeah, I'm trying to enlarge it, but it doesn't want to enlarge. Oh, there you go. There you go. Oh.
There you go.
That's right. That's the picture that's going to be seen. Okay. Right. And do I just press upload when I finished?
You press crop when you're done.
Oh, I see. Okay, so let's just do this. Okay.
You can hold
Right.
the corners. You can hold the corners of that square that is lit up, and just move it the way you want.
That's right. That's what I want to. That's what I want to show.
Yeah.
And I say crop photo, right?
Correct. Yes.
Right. There you go. So hopefully, my profile. Right. There you go. Your new profile photo was uploaded successfully. Okay. And it's the same process for your cover photo. Your cover photo is what you call your backdrop. So it's exactly the same manner. That was a quick demonstration. There was a question, as you can see, that is now my profile picture. Okay, whereas before there wasn't any there. Okay. The other question that was asked yesterday was a person wasn't sure as to where to go and find their ticket. Brother Patrick gave a fantastic demonstration yesterday. And I just want to take you through, because on his screen, you had a lot of things. Trying to go back there. As you can see, my screen is not the fastest. Okay, so you go to help, ticket. And I am going to raise a ticket, hopefully when the screen comes up. And this is when Brother Patrick was saying that you need to go back to that ticket to answer it. I'm trying to see where the ticket is, because it doesn't seem to have appeared.
It seems to be spinning, doing something.
Yeah, it looks like it's still running.
Yeah, because I don't want people to get persons to get confused. The fact that on your screen yesterday there was a lot of tickets, and we know why. And they were saying how they don't know where to find it, and theirs didn't look like yours. So
Definitely, that's a brilliant idea. I think you should. Yeah, there we are.
Right. So I now am going to raise a ticket, and I am going, and the help desk is going to.
And I will quickly respond to your ticket.
Thank you. So I'm going to raise a new ticket because it's a brand new ticket. Okay. And it comes up with short description of ticket, a short description of ticket, password, reset. Okay. And I'm going to give description. Hi, please, can you reset my password? And when you've done this, please give the information: name, on account, SWIFT, ID number, and email address. Now, the email address is very important, because there's no point in us sending you a reset and that email that you've got on your account you no longer have, no longer works for whatever reason. So that is one of the reasons that we need that email address. So that's all I'm going to say. And my category, you have to answer anything that has an asterisk, which is that red star. Account. Account. Okay, so do it account, right? And I would submit that. Right. So, Brother Patrick, if you could, right. So it says here, dear last first, we have received your ticket and confirmation has been sent to the email blah 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 126@swiftin.com. Your ticket ID is 3760 blah blah blah. So the help desk would receive this information, okay? And somehow I've got to get into this Swifting mailbox to be able to answer this question, okay? But that's basically how it works. Okay, so Brother Patrick is going to go in and have a look at the ticket and respond to the ticket. And while he does that, I don't know if you want to say anything, Brother MB, Brother Linus, if there any way you want me to go while I'm waiting for Brother Patrick to answer?
Yes, I can just say something. While you're there, once a member creates a ticket, then what they need to do, as Brother Patrick explained yesterday, is that you need to actually come back into the ticket to check the response. So whether you receive the email notification or not, or whether you have access to that email address or not, you need to come back to this ticket in order to look at the response from the support team. And if the support team wants you to provide any additional information, this is the only place where you should provide it. Please do not reply to the email that you receive, because the support team is not checking that. The support team only checks the ticket.
Okay, so if I click on the 3 little dots now, okay. Right, this is new ticket, okay. It's not a new ticket anymore.
I'm still responding.
No, yeah, that's fine. But what I'm just trying to say, it's no longer a new ticket. Okay, I'm not raising it anymore. Okay, because it's already raised. Okay, so when Brother Patrick's actually answered the question, given his reply, okay, then you will go into ticket list. And as you notice, I did not have that prompt initially. Yeah, because there was nothing there at first. Yeah, so I should have a prompt that will come up at some point to allow me to go in and have a look at that. While Brother Patrick is doing that, Brother Ambi, don't know if you want to take 1 or 2 questions, if there is any, of what I've done, and anybody sort of got any questions. And these are people who use mobiles.
Yeah, so is there anyone who has a specific question? I don't think Brother Vernon, he raised his hand. I don't think it's about what you have shown this evening.
Okay,
I think
cool.
it's something else. So if there's anyone who has a specific question related to the presentation that Sister Pauline has made, please just raise your hand. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I have responded, my sister. You can go back again. Let's see how you access that ticket once again.
Okay. So would I go to the 3 little dots at the top, or would I go where it says new tickets? I'll go to the 3 little dots at the top, huh?
No. That one, no. Click on the one at the bottom there. You see the black and white one, that one. Opposite, new ticket.
Hold on.
I mean,
has it locked me out? It's locked me out. How rude.
Oh, okay.
How rude.
All right, you log back. Just log back in.
Rude.
You probably have itchy fingers. You didn't notice.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Thank you.
Okay.
Right. So click back on here. It's supposed to open at the side.
Sister Pauline, I just have a comment.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I love your name in the account, right? I would want you to
last name, first name.
first and last. I would maybe just take our colleagues in the meeting through what the effect of that could be in terms of transactions.
Right. Basically, if you're a lot of people may have opened their Swift account with Pauline Martin, Linus Itube, etc. However, they might have done their transact with just their first name, Pauline, something like that. Because the names do not match, your transactions will be automatically rejected. Okay, there was something important I want to also, there was a question that came up also, but let me do this. But it's important that all your accounts agree, your names on your Swifin, on your Connect. Although your Connect, it will probably use your username. But if we were to cursor down, yeah, there is a public menu and we will see your first name, your last name. Because remember, those things are public. Okay, and it's important because we have to be able to identify the correct account holder. Now, if you have 2 names on your ID, then put 2 names. If you have 3 names on your ID, put 3 names. Put your 3 names, okay? Because it makes it easier for us to identify you and to ensure you are the correct account holder. If those things do not agree, yeah, your transactions will be denied and you may have to come back and do the same thing over again and over again, just because you did not adhere to the protocol procedures and the transparency that Swifin requires, and for security reasons. That's what you're referring to, Brother Ambi. Am I correct? Brother Ambi?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was on mute. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is fundamental. So if I was looking at Sister Pauline's account and I saw first last on Connect, and then she's doing a transaction on Transact or on account, and the name there is not first last, then I would have a problem. So I'm certain that she has put this like this for demonstration purposes. The reason why I thought she should share that is so that people should not just go in and put dummy names on their accounts, and then when they have issues, they don't actually know why they have the issues. Because all your names on your accounts have to match. And when we start triangulating, we go even check IDs and all of that. And if we don't see that there is a connection between the names that you are presenting and that which is on your ID or something of the sort, then the transactions cannot go through. So that's just the point I wanted to make. I see Lewis has his hand up. Do you have a question related to the use on the mobile?
Yes. Thank you very much for this opportunity. As we were looking at the editing on the profile, what I've known all along is that once you register an account with a certain email address, it's not easy to have it changed, let alone at any point in time. But as on this one, where there is this provision where you can edit your email address, would that be possible that the email address I used at first can be replaced by the one that I may type there as I do the editing on the email part?
Right, so you want to be able to change your email address.
Thank you. So I think,
yes.
Yeah, so I think that is a very, very important question. On all the accounts, we have certain key identifiers which you cannot change. On account as a customer, on Transact as a customer, you will not be able to change your email address. It has to come to the support, and support will check, triangulate, make sure that is the right person that is changing the email address. But on Connect, you can update that profile. Okay? You can update that profile. But bear in mind that if you update the profile on Connect and it doesn't link with your other details on account and on transact, then we would have to dig a little bit deeper for anything to happen on that account, because the risk is that, imagine that somebody gets hold of your account and they are able to change all the emails on all your accounts, then you are in trouble. It means they can literally do transactions on your account, change passwords, do everything that they want to do without your knowledge. So the long and short of your question, or the response to your question, is that on Connect you are able to update your profile with, by updating the email, but on account and on transact you will not be able to do it.
If I can just, Brother B, if I can just step in to make a quick comment.
Yeah.
In fact, before you could go into Connect and change your own email address. And Brother B, it was a very strong recommendation that you made, that it really shouldn't be possible for a customer to go in and change their own email address for the reasons that you have explained again this evening. And so when the changes that were made on Connect were made recently, and I'm sure you all noticed that we've made some really serious changes, the ability to actually change your primary email address on Connect has now been removed. You cannot do it. If you open that mailbox, that email data tab, it really just provides some additional space where you can put perhaps a secondary email address or some other information that you might want to rely on, that you might want somebody to be able to triangulate to connect your account with Transact or other information for that matter. But that is not your primary email address on Connect. In fact, your username, your first, I think your username and your username may be changed. You can change it, but if you change it, it doesn't change your handle. Once you set your handle upon registration, you cannot change it. But you will always be known in the community by that handle. You can, however, change the username that you use to log into the system. If you want your login name to be different from your handle, then that's when the change is, that's the only advantage of making the change. But you can't change your name, you can't change your primary email address. All the other information you can update.
Okay. So if I buy this Connect email address, will it be a secondary? It won't be considered as the primary. The initial one that I used, that registration, would still remain there. And this,
that's correct. That's correct.
So, right. Hello. Can I say something? My brethren, let me just finish this one, and then we can have a look. Okay, because I remember I put my email address in, so we can have a look and see if I can change that. Okay.
All right.
Okay, thank you. So do you remember when? Thank you very much. Do you remember when I raised the ticket? Sorry, Brother Ambi and Brother Dr. Linus. Do you remember when I raised the tickets? I go back into the tickets. Yeah, it looks like I'm finger happy. You're right, Brother Ambi. Just getting used to this. It should take me back to the tickets. Now, hopefully it should come up. I'm trying to get back to tickets. Am I doing the right thing, Brother Patrick?
You are doing the right thing. Let's just wait for it to load.
Oh, there it is. Right. So it's come back. Right. So it's come back here. As you can see, my ticket is here waiting for me.
Oh, okay. So there is your ticket list right in front of you. Yes,
right.
that's
Brother
right.
Brother Patrick, take it from here for me and tell me what to do, because remember, this is what will happen, because remember, this is my only ticket. So what am I supposed to do?
Yes.
As a new user?
As a new user, after you have submitted your ticket, it is important for you to log in again, as Sister Pauline has done, and come back to tickets, where you will find your ticket, and then you have to click on it in order to open it. May you click on that ticket, my sister. There it is. Now, when you click on your ticket, there is now a response from the help desk, which says, "Greetings to you. Thanks for contacting the Swifin help desk. Please note that you need to register on Transact. This is a new requirement, please," which we were also emphasizing yesterday. If you need a password reset on your account, make sure you have registered on Transact and submitted your KYC as required, because we will also use your KYC to verify if you are the real owner of that Swifin account. My apologies for spelling mistakes. I was in a hurry since we were doing a demo. But that is the response that I gave on that ticket.
Right, thank you. Right, so with that being said, there is a number of tickets that does need responding to, that we are waiting for a response from the recipient. So please go to your tickets and please have a look and see and provide the information. If you no longer wish that ticket, just let us know, please close it. Then we know that we no longer have to action it, but we're actually sitting there waiting for those tickets to be responded to. Thank you very much, Brother Patrick.
Thank you, my sister.
Okay, so that being said, now I'm going to go back to this one up here. Right, so we were in Connect. It was in Connect? And no, it was not. Right, click on your first name. You click on your name, because that is my name. Okay, it takes me back to here. Okay, now the question that the Virgin had asked is, can you change your email address that you have in your profile? Is that correct, Virgin? Hello?
To your General Secretary, Ron Basengo on earlier, he said, without the support of presidents and kings, some of these...
Hello?
Let me just check what's going on. Everyone else is muted. Who had asked the question?
It was Lewis. He was asking about.
Oh, Louis. Yeah, he is now unmuted. Brother Louis.
Yes, I am. Yes, that's what I was asking exactly. I was concerned about the address I used, the email address I used at first. This is with regard to one of my underlines. I registered somebody, but then since she didn't have her own email at first, I decided to use my email. So now I wanted to have it changed now that she has her own email, so that I can integrate her own email address there. Now, when I was looking at this editing, I thought this was an opportunity for me to do that. That's why I asked to say, can that replace the old one, the initial one that I used, if I type the new one there on editing?
Sister Pauline, please go now to email data. I actually was talking about Connect, and I had forgotten that we looked at the element of the email, and one of the key elements we looked at was that it should not be changed. It should not be changeable by a user. So just go on to email data. Let's see what it looks like.
I'm there. Can you see it?
Yes, we can see it. Okay. So she did not have an email. You didn't have an email
Yes.
registered. She has inserted this new email address, and it's the one that is visible. So what Lewis is asking, what happens then to the primary email address? Where is it? Can you see it there? That's what Lewis wants to know. Or can, when he changes and updates, which email address will be visible? It's the email address. So right now, because you can't change it, it warrants that you raise a ticket and say, this is the email address that's in the account, but this is what we need to change it to so that it should conform
Yes.
with the account holder's details.
So basically, Brother Ambi, I've got my inbox here now. So if I wanted to change that to my Hotmail, yeah, and I press save changes, my original email will still be there?
That's correct. That's correct. That doesn't change your original email address that you used to register the account. This is a secondary email address that you are providing so that if you are, for example, communicating with people within the community and you want them to send you private emails, they could send to that email and you can decide to show the rest of the public that email address. But your primary email on the account is private and you cannot change it. For now, you need to raise a ticket. Remember, you used to be able to do it before, and then we unanimously agreed that it is better for it to be so secure that you can't change it. And that's what we've done.
Okay.
If I may also just highlight something that I also shared in our group, say, Brother Mbi and Dr. Linus, as you are clarifying here that a user can no longer change their primary email address on Connect. At the same time, it's the same situation with our Transact. With more and more people getting sweeping mailboxes as they are doing these days. My point was, I was highlighting to you that we are getting more and more tickets and requests from people wanting their email address to be changed, especially on Transact. But now it's also going to be more on Connect again. And I was saying, kindly take note that such requests or tickets, we can only escalate them to either you, Dr. Linus, or Brother Mbi.
So, Brother Patrick, I saw the message earlier. I just have not responded. But what is going to happen is that, in fact, at the moment, we put out a request. There's some work that is being done on Transact, which I think once it's done, the rest of the leadership team will be able to support the members with that update. Because the idea is, once we create the email addresses, we should be able to go into Connect, into Account, and into Transact and update the email. So that work is still in progress. Dr. Linus?
That's correct.
Can I ask a question then? If you can all see my screen, okay? Because people are going to be playing with this, okay? So when you click on account, okay? When you click on account, it comes up with this menu here. Current password, required to update email or change current password. Okay, now, if I know you put your current password in here, yeah, which will open the opportunity to change that email address or to put in a new password if you so require. Is that still there? Because this is my primary email address. All right, the Swiftner one was my secondary email address. Now, if I inadvertently pressed on account, put my password in, okay. Actually, let me just do it and see what happens. Okay, everybody shut your eyes. Right, so I put my password in. This has now allowed me to do that. That is wrong, is that correct? And save changes, because I've just changed my email address on my account. Dr. Linus,
Okay.
Brother MB.
Okay. But you've done it because you have access to the account yourself and you've logged into it.
Yes, and it's my account.
And it's your account, yes.
Mm-hmm. So people can they can still change their email address on their Connect account.
You have to be logged in and you have to provide the password.
Okay.
That's what it looks like from what you have demonstrated, from what you've done, yes.
Okay, so my understanding, Bridget, and I'm talking to the gentleman that raised a question, you can go into your account, you can't change it for somebody else. The other person has to go into their Connect account and change it from their Connect account. You cannot go in and just change it. All right?
That's right.
Okay, so that person has to go into their account, enable them to change it. Okay.
I think, but now the question is, do our leaders now agree that our users can be able to do that? Because they were actually clarifying to us that on Connect, it must not be like that.
Exactly, but it's here, and I know that people are going to press on it. So
let's hear what they have to say.
Yeah.
I think I'll probably take my initial statement back then, because very clearly you can go in and change it, but only after providing the valid credentials. If it is your account and you have access to it and you don't have a password problem, then you should be able to change it, right? But for example, just like you can provide your email address and reset your password, you couldn't reset your email address without having access to the account.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's why you have to provide your credentials to be able to change it. Now, if you have lost those credentials, then there is no way that the email address can be changed. It's not like a password request. And nobody else can go in and change it for you. You have to do it yourself. We may just have to look at this. I mean, for now, it's probably easier if people can go in with the right credentials and update it themselves in order to prevent the support team being inundated with requests to change it, and so forth. But if it's an issue, then we can always, if members have challenges doing it, then we can always revisit that scenario.
Okay.
You can only change it, if you have access to the account. You have to provide the right credentials, as Sister Pauline did. You couldn't change it in the same way that you you did before by changing the the data on the system, like the secondary email address and your connect information and all that. It is password protected.
I see.
There was just one other thing I wanted to show you here. A lot of people are still having difficulty linking their accounts, okay? So as you can see, there's my profile picture here. If you touch and hold, yeah, you will get this, you will get this menu, okay? Okay, and it says here, copy link address, okay? So you would press on copy link address, and you can take that anywhere into your Swiftwin account, on your Transact account, and you would just press the word paste. Okay, so that is how you would do it. All right, see, so that is how you would get your profile link. All right.
Okay.
Sister Pauline, could you actually show how you can then go and update the Connect profile information to put that profile link in?
Where do you want me to? Okay, let me do it again. Right. So copy link address. Okay. So I click on copy link address. Now I want to go into my profile because I need to put my link in my profile. Okay. So as I said, it's not the fastest machine, so please bear with me. All right. So you remember these tabs. So I'm going to edit. Because on a laptop, it works slightly differently. Yeah, so that's why I wanted to show you on a mobile, and a lot of people were having difficulty in getting there. Why is it not? I want profile. Why is it gone on to connect? Please. And because I've already pressed copy link address, you won't have to do it again unless you're going to copy something else. Okay, so you should be fine. So edit. It should come up with those red boxes eventually. There you go. Okay. Now I need that information on my connect data. So you click connect data. As well as you're going to need this information on your Swiftwin account and on your Transact account. Okay. So it says here, put your link. So if you press here and just paste, there you go. My link is there. I don't need so much information, so some of this can come off actually, because you only need up until, where is it?
That's it, ABC 16.
Oh, did I go too far? Sorry.
There it is.
That is what we want to see. We don't want to see profile, about, transact, because you've gone in there and that's where you've copied the link from.
Okay.
Yeah. This is exactly what it should look like in your Connect account, your Swiftwin account, and your Transact account.
Great.
Okay. And then when you've done that, oh, sorry, everyone. When you've done that, you save changes. Always remember to save changes. Okay.
Yeah.
So I hope everyone's kind of got that, because that's what a lot of people were having difficulty using a mobile phone. How do I get my Connect link on my mobile phone? That is how it's done.
That's wonderful.
And Sister Pauline, while you're there, if you notice, it says that the Connect profile link is public. You cannot hide it, and you cannot conceal it from other community members. The reason for that is if you want to do a transaction or you want to trade with other members of the community and they want to check out your profile, then they should be able to go to your profile and see the information that is available to the public on your profile. And that's what your Connect profile link does. It is your public face of the community where every member that wants to interact with you or that wants to trade with you can go and check. And you can list other information there on your profile, which you might want other people to be able to see, such as advertising your products and services and so forth. So that's why that is public, and you can't change it and make it private.
And as you can see on here, it says, this is the link to your Connect file. So if I wanted to, you're supposed to be able to click on there and it's supposed to take you to your Connect file. It also says it will be required to complete your KYC profile on Transact. Okay, so it's very important that you know how to do it, where it comes from and how to get it. Because if it's incorrect, your your Transact will be denied.
That's correct.
Okay, just Sister Polly, just one more thing.
You, Dr. Linus, you know that I'm not familiar with this mobile phone. You're really giving me work today on this mobile phone.
No. It's just because you are there on that screen. I just want to make a quick comment on that screen. Where it says ABC16, that is your original username that you registered.
Yes.
Now, that will always be the link to your public profile. The reason for that is that you don't want to do business with somebody today, have one public profile in the community, and then tomorrow you change a public profile, and when they want to look for you, they can't find you. So even if you are able to go in and edit your username, your handle, which we also call your username, which is linked to your public profile, that will not be changed. It will remain the same.
Thank you. I just went up the screen.
Your handle will remain the same.
I just went up the screen to show you that it said profile ABC16. And when you go to the top and look at my profile, you can see at ABC16. That will not change. Even if I was to change other things, that is forever. Okay. Can I stop sharing my screen now?
Yes, you can.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was an exercise. Oh my God. But thank you all for being patient with me. This is the first time I've ever used my mobile to do this. So I will get better at it the more I practice, I promise you. Thank you. Dr. Linus, Brother Ambi, please go ahead.
Is Brother Ambi still on?
I am not sure.
He may have dropped off. I can't see him.
Okay, and then it's Dr. Linus and you, Brother Patrick.
All right, okay. Thank you very much, Sister Pauline. I think what we can do, unless Brother Patrick has something else to add to that, then we can take the questions as quickly as we can and then wrap up.
Me, I don't have anything to add. So far, so good. Thank you, sir. I think we can take the questions.
All right. Thank you very much. Then let's go ahead and take the questions. Thank you.
Brother Venom, thank you for your patience. You are the first one. Please note that we are running out of time. Just be prompt and straightforward with your question so that maybe we can get to everyone else.
Okay, definitely I will. Greetings, everyone.
Greetings, brother.
Yes, I have two quick questions. All right, the first one, Dr. Linus, thanks. I've received a spreadsheet for the bungalow mailbox. All right, so I have updated the name, the 10 names, and submitted. So I don't know if you have received it as yet. What I want to know, though, I saw verify email every 7 days. What does that mean?
Can I answer the first one, please? If you have, Brother and Dr. Linus, if you have received a spreadsheet and has completed your spreadsheet or not. Please go in and check your spreadsheet. But Brother Vernon, your spreadsheet has been completed.
Yes, yes.
So
Okay.
you can now give out those email addresses, and all accounts have been updated. All a Swiffin account profile email addresses have been updated.
Okay, thanks very much. So I'm not sure I get the answer to my question. What does it
Look,
mean to verify every 7 days? Every 7 days.
yeah, Dr. Linus, this is you. But I
Where
just
did
wanted
you
to
see
ask
that,
a question.
Brother Vernon? Where did you see that?
I saw it in the email that you sent with the spreadsheet.
All right. Okay. That spreadsheet is secure.
Yeah.
It is part of a process for provisioning the email boxes. So it's only accessible to you.
Yes.
Even if you email it to somebody else, they cannot add things to it. They would need to provide a password to get into it. And that password can only be sent to the email address that was provided with the spreadsheet.
Okay.
So when you open it the first time, it will probably ask you for a code. Did it ask you for a code?
Yes, it did.
Okay, so when you provide that code,
to
the
go
next
to my
time you try
email,
to access
my
it.
original email, and put the code in. Okay. What I thought it meant is that if you don't go into your email like every 7 days, you will end up losing it. And I know generally
No.
sometimes for months you don't go into your email. So that's
No. It's only relating to that spreadsheet.
okay.
When you open the spreadsheet to update the list, it will ask you for a code.
Yes,
You can access it without providing a code for 7 days.
Okay.
If you want to access it after that, you have to provide a code again.
Okay.
That's all that means.
All right, thank you. My second question, my son got his email was sent to verify his Transact account, but somewhere along the line, it seemed like he deleted it. And I sent in a ticket, but I'm being informed that in order for him to get another email, he would have to change his email address. So what my concern is if it is the same email that goes for Transact, Swiffin, and Connect. Right, so if you were to use a different email for the Connect account, how would that work?
Why would you want to, if you have one email, particularly if you have a Swiffin mailbox, it is actually recommended that you use the Swiffin mailbox on all 3 pillar accounts, on Connect, on Account, and on Transact.
Yeah.
Because the reason we introduce the Swiffin mailbox is because it's more efficient in ensuring that you get your messages delivered to you instantly. So please use the same.
No.
Why would you want to use a different one?
No, that's what I was, when I sent the ticket, that's what I was informed that.
If I may also help, because I attended to that ticket.
Yes.
As far as I remember on the ticket, the email that was used, the email that received the verification code, I think it was a Yahoo email. And there was an indication on the ticket to say, I am about to get a Swiffin mailbox.
Right.
And then that's when I suggested that once you get your Swiffin mailbox, then use that Swiffin mailbox to register for your Transact account. And then the question came up to say, okay, what will happen to my Connect account and Swiffin account? Yes, and I said, no, as long as you want to use the existing email on those 2 accounts, it's fine. But you can also, as Dr. Linus said, I also indicated there, you can also, after you now have your Swiffin mailbox, you can also update your Swiffin account with your Swiffin email address and your Connect account as well with your Swiffin email address.
Okay, how do we go about doing that?
Your Swiffin, right, can I just say, your Swiffin account mailbox has already been updated with your Swiffin email address. Please go in and check. It's all there, and it's actually all the accounts that was listed on that list all their Swifting accounts have been updated with their new inbox. Your Transact account and your Connect account has not been updated, but your Swifting account has.
Okay, okay. All right, thank you very much. That was very clear. Thank you.
Thank you.
And
Thank you,
and
Brother
based on
Venu.
and Brother Vernon, based on Brother Sister Pauline's presentation this evening, each person that has a Connect account with that and now has the new Swiften mailbox account, each one of them needs to log into their Connect account and go into the account section, enter their password, so that they would get the opportunity to update their email address to the new Swiften mailbox address. Okay? They should not put it where it says mailbox data or email data. If you simply put it where it says email data, it will not update it. You need to go into account, enter your password, and once you go past that point where you have successfully entered your password, you can enter the new email address.
Okay, okay. All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome, thanks.
All right, good.
Thank you, Brother Venu. Sister Princess, you are next.
Hi, greetings, everybody.
Greetings, sister.
Thank you. Quick question. I registered Verona Hines, and she was having problem logging in. I tried to do it from my side, and I ended up with a F instead of a D in her username. And it now comes back, and when you're logging in, you can't put the F to log in, but the at the Verona Hines, instead of D, the F is constantly there. But when you go up to the top, Verona Hines is up there. Then with the connect, with the link, it's got the F. What can we do about that, please?
All right. So basic. If I sorry. Am I being heard?
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you.
So it sounds like the issue is that the name is typed wrongly. Is that the case?
Yes, sir.
So the last name on the email address
just
was
one letter.
Wrongly.
One letter is incorrect.
Okay, so if the problem is only with the email address,
not the email address, the username.
Or the username.
Yes, sir.
But is the first name and the last name, are those names correct as they appear on the ID?
Yes, sir.
Then in that case, there is no problem because you can use any username of your choice.
Yeah, but what it is like, because it's there, it's like it's bugging her. You know, it's,
right.
You know, like Sister Pauline add up the at ABC 16. It's got that, but then instead of the 1, it would have been like a 7.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. The username is once it is created, it is difficult to change it because that's your handle. If it is really bugging her, then and she doesn't have a lot of information on Connect, then I mean that account can be deleted and she can create another one if it's really bugging her.
Oh, with the problem we've had from last month, I don't think she's gonna want to do that.
I know. I don't blame her at all.
Yeah.
Raise the ticket. We can take a look at it and see if there is anything we can do. And if there is anything we can do, then we would assist. If not, then she will just have to live with it.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
All right,
have
thanks.
a great evening.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, sister. Sister Juanita, you are next.
Good evening, everyone. I just want to find out, Connect, are they still busy working on Connect? Because we're struggling. I mean, I'm struggling since last week already to go into Connect and I can't get into Connect.
Okay.
The other question is, Dr. Linus, I just want to find out, my son, last week, I went and I transferred his AKL to his Transact account, and it was denied for the second time. And everything is in his account. It's right because I mean, I'm sitting in the meetings every time, but I just want to know why was it denied now for the second time?
Right, can I ask that question? Sister Janita, has he gone into his Swiften account and read what is reason for its denial?
I tried going in now on his account when they said I must, so the phone was stuck also because I wanted to see what was the reason why it was. But I mean, it's the second time already not.
Then maybe he's not doing something. I can't tell you what it is, obviously, without going into his account. But if he goes into his messaging, he would state the reason for the denial, for which he has to put right.
I'll check it now because really, like I said, I was sitting with him and I did it for him, and I went and put in everything like the names and the circle link, everything I went and put in for him. So because I know they said we must put the first, second, and the surname in. So I just want to check on his thing now. Why was it declined for the second time? But that's fine. I just wanted to know about Connect. What is the problem?
Sister Juanita, it's worth, as Sister Pauline said, if you can access the Swiften account, then there will be information in the Swiften account with a very clear reason why it was declined. We have a very effective transactions team. They actually check every transfer. And if it is not in accordance with the protocol and what is required, then it will always be declined. It doesn't matter how many times people try, it will always be declined.
I understand that, Dr. Linus. I just want to know the Connect account. Is there any problem on the Connect account that we can't go in, log into it?
To assist us, Sister Juanita, if you were able to share your screen and try to log in, then perhaps we'll have a better understanding why you're having issues. But we were making some changes, and of course, we're always making changes, but those changes should not stop you from logging in for more than a couple of days. That sounds very extreme.
Because when you go in, Dr. Linus, when you log in, then it will like throw just out like what is that of a bank in United States, a bank, and what is the other thing, the meeting. That is all, but it doesn't throw out the rest of the other information of Connect.
Okay, if I may also help there, I think that is precisely what Sister Pauline was demonstrating yesterday. Probably you were not in the meeting, my sister, but please take, you were there.
No, I wasn't. We had load shedding.
Okay, it's fine. Please take note, when you go on to Connect, then you log in, you put in your login credentials and click on log in for the first time. Okay. And then like you are saying, nothing changes. You are still like viewing the same thing on the screen. That is what you are saying, my sister.
Yes.
Yes. You know what you need to do? Click on the 3 menu bars. Do you normally use a laptop or phone?
I use my phone.
You use your phone. Okay. If not, right there after you have put your login credentials and clicked on login, and then nothing seems to change, go to the 3 menu bars on the right top right corner.
Yeah.
Then click on that, and then on the drop down menu, just go to any one of the tabs like account, and then you go to log in to account. The moment you click on that login to account and it opens, you will see that you are already logged in to connect.
Oh, okay.
Yes, okay. Yes. The moment you put in your login details for the first time and nothing changes, you click on login and then it runs for a few seconds. You can see it running, but then the screen does not change. Go to the top right corner, click on the menu, 3 menu bars, go to any tab on the drop down menu like account, and then click on login to account. And then the moment it opens, you will actually even be able to log into your account, but already you are logged in to connect. You can even go back to connect and then go to post and share, you see, in order to see that you are already logged in to connect.
Brother Patrick, can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen share.
Okay, so you go to the browser and you go to what Brother Patrick is saying is that you can click here to log in on this little icon here, or you can just enter your information on the login screen on the login page here, right?
Okay.
But once you do that, so this will come up. And what is playing in the background is that normal video that we played. Ignore it, don't worry. Just put your username and password. In my case, I put that in. Sometimes you may be asked a mathematical question. Just solve it and then come back here and put your username and password again. It doesn't happen all the time, but it's for security reasons to stop robots from accessing the system.
Okay, because it starts here, Dr. Linus. I can't go any further on after the screen. It doesn't go any further.
Okay, just as you can see, it's doing something, so you just wait. So now it's logged me in, but it takes me to a different screen because of the way it is. Now, when you log in, it will look like this.
Okay.
What Brother Patrick is saying and what Sister Pauline explained earlier is that now you can just click on post, for example, post and share. And then it will refresh. And there you go.
There you are. You are already logged in.
Okay.
I wanted to go and tap on post and share, but I thought, no, we rather just go in the right way.
Yeah, click on post and share, and it will take you to here. And as long as you can see your photo on the top of post and share, then you are in. Now, obviously, on the mobile phone, you don't see your icon on the top right like you would on a computer, right? If I wanted to show this in the computer fashion, then on a computer, that's what it would look like. And you can zoom into it and you can see that your icon is on the top right. Okay? That's what it will look like on the computer. And occasionally you may be prompted to do this because the system is just checking that it's not a robot that is trying to manipulate the system, just for security reasons.
Okay.
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 All right.
I'll try and do it, Dr. Linus.
I hope that answers your question.
That's Dr. Linus. Thank you very, very much. Thank you, Brother Patrick and Sister Pauline.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you, sister.
I'm just checking the count also now here, but that's fine. I will just put it on a message to Sister Pauline if it's okay, or Brother Patrick if it's okay.
No problem. Right. Thank you.
His phone every time stuck and I can't go any further with this phone every time when I go in then to see what is wrong, then it gives me a blank what you call it, screen.
Sorry, where do you get a blank screen?
No, it's his phone that's doing it. That's why, because I was not trying to look what the reason was for the denial. But it's fine. Thank you, Dr. Linus.
All right.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
You may mute yourself, my sister. Thank you. We have 2 more hands. Please, Nanen, if you can be straight to the point. Nanen, Jude, if you can ask your question, brother. Oh, maybe.
Dr. Linus, did you know you are still sharing your screen?
I'm looking for the Zoom button so that I can stop. Sorry, thank you.
Okay, Nanen, I see you are unmute. Go ahead.
Okay, good evening, everyone.
Good evening, brother.
Okay, mine is about the mailboxes. I want to know how these people in Nigeria are getting access to create their mailbox because I'm finding it difficult to do mine.
This is with respect to payment, right?
Yes.
Yes. I think the process for Nigeria will be communicated to you where the payment can be made for those who don't have a way to make a payment with a bank card. But in the meantime, if you have a relative or family outside of Nigeria that can pay with a bank card, then that is one way of doing it. That way you can get it quicker and faster. But if not, then please just be patient. You will be communicated with details of where the money can be deposited locally in Nigeria, so that the mailboxes can be issued.
Okay.
Yeah, we are at the very final stages of that process. We're just waiting for an important document from the bank in terms of the other engagements that we are negotiating with them as overall. But hopefully before the end of next week. Hopefully before the end of next week.
All right.
All right. Thanks.
Thank you, brother. Sister Pamela. Sister Pamela, you can go ahead.
Good night. Okay. My question is, right. So people with no ID as such as passport and driving license, could they use a birth certificate and a photo? That's one of my questions. Because I've got many people who have no ID in Africa.
Birth certificate and a photo.
Yeah, by itself.
That's a very interesting proposition. Now, one of the things we want to be able to do is to ensure that everyone is included, that no one is left out for reasons that are beyond their control. And now, these people, do they live in an organized community where other people know them, where perhaps maybe the local mayor can write a letter to say, yes, I've seen the birth certificate and I can vouch that this person is who they say they are?
I'm not sure, but I have two students, one today and one last night.
And do they have a student ID card?
I've just asked one of them, but they're going to get back. Well, they sent me, what they sent me, I didn't see an ID number on there. He sent me something, one of them, and I didn't see a number on there.
Okay, if they are a student and they have a student ID card and they can also submit a birth certificate or something like that, which tallies the names on the student ID card and any other information, then that would be acceptable. Because the key is that, people don't get left out because for some reason they have never had the need to get a passport because they don't need to travel, or they don't have an ID card because of one reason or another. When we were traveling across continental Africa, we came across people who said that they had actually applied for an ID card, and in one instance particularly, they said it had taken many years and they had not received the actual ID. Now you will find that the same thing happens in Nigeria, but then if you apply for an ID and you don't have it, you will have at least a receipt. And that receipt in some countries can then be accepted as a form of proof of who you are.
Right, okay. And I've met I've registered someone yesterday. I tried, well, yes, I did. But like the lady said before, I put one, when I send the invitation, I put 2F in her name, but it's 1. But when she finally complete the application, she couldn't get in. It keeps sending her round and round. She couldn't get a link for the Connect. So she can't even move on to the Swift now to do the Swift account.
Okay, so
I'm wondering if that's the problem. Because when I invited her, I put 2F in her name, but there's 1 in there. So I told her when she do complete the application, put the name as it is on her ID, which is 1F. But she did and completed, but she couldn't see a link. She couldn't log in. She saw the link, but she couldn't log in after it won't let her in, and she keep changing password.
Okay, we've looked at this issue before, and we said the best way to register somebody so that they are automatically assigned is you go into brokering and you add them as a member.
Yes.
Is that what you did?
I did that, but when I invited her, I put 2F in her name, and I told her to, when she's finally completing the application, to put the 1F as it is on her certificate. She did get a link come to her, but when she tried to log in, she was not able to log in. She's not able to log in. So I wonder if that's the problem.
Okay, so if you went in under brokering and added her, then that is a superior way of adding somebody. And so if she then tried to click on the invitation link that she may have received at another time, then she really doesn't need to follow that link. She just needs to respond to the message that was sent by the system when you added her. Now, if the question is that when you added her, you did not, you put 2 Fs instead of 1 in her email address, then she should not have received the email because the email address was wrong.
Not in the email, in the invite, in her name, like saying, "Dear Pamela." I spelled her name.
Right.
If I may help, I think you are not on the same page. Sister Pamela, you are talking about someone who registered on Connect, not on Swift account.
No.
Is that so?
Yeah, yes. No, on Swift, I sent them an invite and I told her to go to Connect and register with the invite.
And she registered on Connect.
Yes.
And she is trying to log into Connect.
Yes, but she's not able to. It's just send her around.
So Dr. Linus, that is the situation. This person has not, it's not about Swift account yet. It's about Connect.
Okay. I can't imagine a scenario where it would send you round and round.
And if I may also add, Sister Pauline, it's quite difficult for us to assist or to help when you report on behalf of someone. Like when you say she cannot log in, the first question we always pose is, what happens what exactly happens when she tries to log in? And you also said something about the link. She got the verification link. Yeah. What happened when she clicked on the link? We need those details.
We keep telling her to enter password. She entered the password, and it keep telling her to change password.
You see, that is what she is telling you, my sister. But the system does not operate that way.
Okay. Anyway, okay, I'll get back to her. I'll see if she did finally get in, because she was trying to call me while I was in the meeting, but I couldn't answer her. One more question before you go. I've got one guy, obviously he's not African. He does live in Africa, South Africa. And he wants to see if he could come and live with me because he's got many African friends that he's doing other things with. He's from India.
We are listening.
Yeah. I'm listening.
Sorry, Sister Pamela, can you ask that question again? I might have just missed it. My apologies.
I've met a guy who lives in South Africa. He's from India, but he lives in South Africa. He's got many African friends because he's doing other things, which I know what he's doing. So he's got a good group of people. So he's wondering if he could come to register on the Swiffin to get some Lumi in order to tell his friends about Lumi, because he also heard about it before I told him anyway, because I was just advertising, and he said, "Is this about the Lumi you're talking?" So I said, "Yes." So he said, "Oh, I know about it. How do I get some?" Because obviously I've got loads of friends as well who I could introduce to this because of what I'm doing. So I'm wondering, yeah.
The answer is a resounding yes. I mean, he can register. There is no rule to say that if you are Indian, you cannot register, or that you are white, you cannot register, or that you can only register if you are Black and African. This is something that is open to the whole world.
Oh, okay. I'll let him know that.
Yes. Now, it is important to remember that we are fighting exclusion. We are gathered because we know that there is a problem of exclusion, that up to 91% of people in some countries are excluded because they don't have access. And we want to fix that. We cannot fix that by creating something where some people are excluded. That would be counterintuitive. But the primary area where there is the greatest problem is within continental Africa, where the vast majority of people are excluded, up to 91% of the population in some countries. But the problem is 1.7 billion in size. There are over 1.7 billion people around the world who are excluded. We want to make sure that we create a solution that works for the excluded within continental Africa and the African diaspora, but also acts as a shining example of the way that we can include the 1.7 billion people around the world who today also suffer from the same problem.
Okay. All right, thanks for the reply. I'll go back to him because he's eager to come on board.
He's welcome.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Sister Pamela. Over to you, Sister Pauline.
Thank you, Brother Patrick. Thank you, Dr. Linus. Greetings of Brother Elard and everyone else. Wonderful presentation as always. Thanks for your support. I know that I wasn't very good, but I did my best. And I'm learning. I haven't got a lot to say, but just pick up yourselves and just continue along the same journey, because we will get there. We will get there. Thank you. Dr. Linus, because we're actually running well over now. So if Dr. Linus, you would like to close. Sister Sonia, we'll come back to you tomorrow. It's been a very long day and we've gone well over the time. Partly my fault because of my presentation, and I was learning at the same time. So Sister Sadia, we'll come back to you tomorrow. So with that being said, Dr. Linus, your concluding closing discussion, please. Okay, Dr. Linus may be a little busy.
Hello, sorry, can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Thank you.
All right, okay, wonderful. Yes, thank you so much. We can bring it to a close now. I think we've spent quite a bit of time answering questions today. Hope that we have been able to address the majority of the questions. Of course, we have the session again tomorrow. When we gather like this, we always learn something and we always walk away with something. The one thing that I would like to conclude with is the question that was asked by Sister Pamela about people from other countries being able to participate in what we are doing. it has to be very clear that if you have suffered from exclusion and generations of your people have suffered as a result of it, and you know how painful it is to be excluded, when you come up with a new solution that seeks to address the same problem that you want to prevent, it doesn't make sense to then create boundaries on the basis of segregation, that this is only for us, no one else can access. And we must remember that continental Africa needs to trade with itself, but it also needs to trade with the rest of the world. And it is therefore very much welcomed that we come up with a solution that addresses the problem that affects 1.7 billion people around the world, but a problem that is very prolific in many countries within continental Africa that affects up to 91% of people in some countries, as we have seen in our introductory video many times. And so we know the pain of that exclusion. We know that it affects every household. We know that it is one of the causes of people not being able to participate in the current digital economy. And that is something that we want to solve for the good of those who are excluded, but most importantly, for the good of all mankind, for the good of humanity. And we are saying that if you are in India and you want to trade with somebody in Africa, you should be able to settle that transaction in real time using the African Kingdom's Lumi. And that if you are in South Africa and you want to trade with somebody in Sierra Leone, you should be able to settle that transaction in real time using the African Kingdom's Lumi. That is our single instrument of exchanging value across the community. And everyone needs to do, all individuals, all businesses, all countries, all kingdoms, all financial institutions, all they need to do is join the community and be part of this movement, so that together we can reach millions of people, and together we can solve the problem of exclusion, and together we can deliver a common instrument of exchanging value in real time, something that today is affecting millions and millions of people. If you have lied on a bed and the bed has thorns and you realize that it's not a comfortable bed to lie in, never let anyone else lie in that bed. When you fix it for yourself, fix it for all human beings. Fix it for all mankind. Fix it for this generation and also for the next generation. So our movement is actually a global one. Make no mistakes about it. And we are not hiding our ambition of making sure that this is something that is accessible to everyone. And it should be a shining example of how inclusive the world ought to be. It is not today that the World Bank, the International Monetary Fund, and all the major international organizations, the United Nations, been talking about the ills of exclusion and the potential impact on economic growth should everyone that needs to participate in the modern economy be included, i.e., the merits of inclusive access to participating in our real economy. I think the whole world knows that those merits are real, they're strong, and they will have significant impact on many lives. They will help in reducing poverty. They will help in reducing unemployment. They will help in improved productivity in every economy. And all we are saying that enough is enough, that exclusion should be a thing of the past, that wherever you are, you should be able to be included, and you should be able to use our African Kingdom's Lumi as a single instrument of exchanging value across our community. The other thing that is very important for all of us to walk away with today is that over a period of more than 400 years, of course, people of African descent were taken from continental Africa into all other parts of the world. the United States, Europe, and everywhere. And so we are, in fact, distributed all over the surface of the earth. And therefore, it is important that we don't create something that is only intended for a fraction of people. And on that note, I am going to show you this map. If I may, Sister Pauline, I know it's long, but please excuse me. Let me share my screen one last time.
No, go ahead, Dr. Linus.
Yes, and what I want to show you is the map. The map that you see as the backdrop for many people when they register now a new account is not a figment of anybody's imagination. It is the real representation of where people are today who have a Swift account or a Connect account, who can boost or boast to be part of this movement. We have all seen that this movement is across the United States, Canada, Asia, the Caribbean states, and many countries within continental Africa are extremely well represented. And what we need to do as a people, I am still looking for that map. What we need to do as a people is to keep the movement alive, to ensure that we get into every household, to ensure that the problem of exclusion that we are committed to addressing is addressed for all humanity, not just a select few on the basis of rank and class, not just a select few on the basis of their jurisdiction of where they are, where they live, but on the simple fact that we are all born equal and that we all have an unalienable right to access the opportunities that we aspire for in our lifetime. That should be our mode of engagement. That should be the reason that continues to bring us together as a community. I'm still looking for that map. Just 1 second. I'll find it. I think it's there somewhere. There you are. It may not be so clear here, but let me see. The reason it's so important for me to go to that map is that I want to make one other remark. Please, just forgive me. Just bear with me. Let me see if I can actually find a clean it's here many times. It's interesting that when you want it, that's the time when it's not displaying. Just a sec, please. That's not a good one. That's not a good one. That's not a good one. Let me. Okay, I know. I'll find it. Please just bear with me. Just 1 second. There is a very important observation on that map, which I want us to focus our attentions on. Just bear with me. It's taking rather long. My apologies. But please bear with me.
Take your time, sir. The message is indeed vital. It is piercing.
It's a very important observation on that map. It's there for a reason. Okay, I think I might be able to get it faster if I go to. All right, let me do something else. My apologies. I'm going to try and log in first, because it looks like if I log into my profile, it might be able to take me to where I need to go to quickly. Go to log in. Because I actually made a comment on that map, but it's not the comment that I want to draw your attention to. It's the map itself. Just bear with me, please. And that's our famous video playing in the background. 1.7 billion people around the world. It's a crisis. What we're doing is something that has been considered to be impossible to be done. And that there are some people who just are born and they are destined to remain where they are, excluded. They can go through life, and life can pass them by, and opportunities can pass them by, and they will have nothing else to pass on to the future generation other than poverty. It is a crisis beyond understanding, beyond comprehension in our time. That's why we gather to address it. And for your information, if you think that poverty only prevails on continental Africa, there are millions of people in the United States of America, for example, that live below the poverty line. You just need to look on the streets. It's not right. It's not fair. But it's happening all around us. I need to show the entire map. Just 1 second, please. Actually, maybe if I go to my profile and I look at the postings, I know that map is there somewhere. So if I look at timeline, yes, it should be on the timeline. Here it is. That's the map. Now, I'm going to turn this way so that it's big enough for everyone to see. So this is an actual representation of the user base across the globe. So from India, Australia, Brazil, North America, Canada, we have users already who are part of this movement, people who are committed in reaching out to millions of people so that we can collectively, as a community, address these ills that have faced us for generations of time. But the important observation that I want you to look at is the continent of Africa. And if you look at the tiny fragments of the countries, the individual countries, and how Africa was divided into tiny, insignificant fragments compared to, say, India, compared to Russia, compared to Canada, North America, Brazil, and all that. Just look at it, and you will see that, in fact, this division that led to these small fragments of these individual countries that we have within continental Africa was done going back or dating back, or maybe was started back in the 1800s, in the Berlin Conference, 1884, when people, world powers gathered and decided that they will split the continent into tiny fragments. I believe there wasn't a single African on the table during this time when this petition was being done. So you find that if you travel across the continent and you go from South Africa to Zimbabwe, Botswana, Eswatini, Malawi, you find people with a common culture, people with a common inheritance, people who are all born in one of the richest continents in the world. But across those tiny fragments, across those individual countries, we are 54 in number, 54 countries. And you have 40 different currencies across the continent of Africa, something or a continent that is supposed to be a single market. Now compare that with Russia, the massive landmass that you see on the top right, one currency. Compare that with China, one currency. Compare that with Brazil, compare that with the United States of America, and each of the individual states in America, probably their economies are much bigger than many countries within continental Africa combined. But look at that, one currency, the US dollar. Look at the Canadian dollar. If you go North America, where you have Canada and all that. So we have a problem in the continent. We have a problem. Let's not brush it under the carpet. Let's not pretend it doesn't exist, because today it is one of the biggest impediments for trade within the continent. It is affecting millions of households. It is impoverishing businesses. It is making it very difficult for businesses to access opportunities in other countries, even though they are supposed to be part of the same common market, the African Continental Free Trade Area with 1.4 billion people. Now, let no one tell you that this is not a problem, because it is. Let no one tell you, as we gather, that our brothers and sisters in Nigeria who are not able to participate and pay for things just because they are in Nigeria, that is okay. It is not okay. Let no one tell you that our brothers and sisters in Senegal who cannot do the same, let no one tell you it's okay. It's not okay. And so when we address these issues boldly as a community, we come together and we say enough is enough. Let's create a vibrant community where people can begin to exchange value with one another, not just across borders, but using a common instrument of exchanging value in real time, so that the moment you press a button, that transaction can be initiated and settled within seconds. That's where we ought to be as a people. That's where we ought to be as the African continent, trading with each other in a common market, 1.4 billion strong. And so when we conceive the solutions that are meant to transform, let's not exclude anyone, because we know how painful it is to be excluded. It is for the good of mankind. It is for the good of humanity. That's what makes this movement strong. Let's keep going. Thank you very much, and have a good night. Sorry it's taken long, but I wanted us to see this map, and that's why it's there on Connect, so we can all see it. And Sister Pamela, thanks for asking the question. Yes, Indians are welcome. Everyone, every human being from the surface of the earth is welcome to join our movement, so that together we can reach every household and we can solve one of the most debilitating challenges of our time, that of exclusion, which affects 1.3 billion people across the continent, so that we can have one instrument across our community that is a global one, where we can exchange value with each other in real time. Let no one tell you it is not needed. It is, because it's going to impact millions of lives. Let's make it happen in our time, and let's use it as a solid foundation for the future generations to build upon. Good night.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good night, sir.
Good. Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Linus. Continue, Brother Patrick. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
You sound very tired, my sister.
Oh, I've had one of those days today.
Yes,
You know,
definitely. At least here we are. You can go and rest, my sister. Thank you, everyone. Good night. I was just having my last snack before I go to sleep.
Oh, okay. Well, everyone, thank you very much. I'm just going to stop the recording. I think.
Yes,
Stop
good night.
recording.
Pleasure being here as usual.
Yes, thank you. I'm not quite sure who that was anyway, that was speaking there. But thank you very much for all your participations. I'm getting a whole bunch of feedback.
Thank you, sister.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Welcome.
Sister, bye-bye.
Brother Vernon,
night.
Brother Vernon, go and
Thank
your
you,
spreadsheet's done, sir. So you are now okay.
Paulina. Sister Paulina.
Yes, then Piano, how are you?
I
Bonjour.
am fine.
Bonjour, monsieur.
And you? Bonne nuit, bonne nuit.
Comme ça. Something like that, right?
Bonne
Comme
nuit,
ça.
bonne nuit. Comment ça va? Comment ça va?
What? Comment ça va?
Comment ça va?
Oh, is it not comme ça? So?
Non, comment ça va? Comment ça va?
Comment ça va?
Oui.
Okay. What is that? I am fine.
You are fine. Okay, that's good.
Okay. I'm going to
Ça va,
get the
ça va bien.
Ça va bien.
Ça va bien.
Yeah, ça va bien. Yeah, I got that one. Okay. I got that one. Where's Sister Emma? She normally gives us a good night thing, but it's your turn by the piano. Give us a good night.
Okay.
Au revoir.
Au revoir, bonne nuit.
Au revoir, bonne nuit.
Bye bye.
Bye bye, piano. You take care. God bless each and everyone. Okay then. Bye bye.
Okay. Merci.
Bye.
Okay, bye. Bless up everyone. Have a blessed evening.
Adios.
Night. Adios. Ciao.
Thank you. Good night.